WWE legend claims Mercedes Mone's FK Sasha Banks run has created a big issue for AEW. Mercedes Mone has been on the run of a lifetime in AEW. However, that exceptional tenure has created a big problem for the company, according to a WWE legend. The CEO joined AEW in March 2024 and immediately made a huge impact in the promotion. In her very first match, she defeated Willow Nightingale to become the TBS Champion at the Double or Nothing event. Since that night, Mercedes has had a remarkable title reign. She has defeated the likes of Kris Statlander, Britt Baker, and Anna Jay, and cemented a winning streak of 15-0 after becoming a part of AEW. Witnessing the dominance of the former WWE Superstar, wrestling legend Tommy Dreamer stated on the latest edition of Busted Open Radio that he does not see anyone ending Mone's title reign anytime soon. His co-host, former AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa, agreed with Dreamer. She claimed that the company needs to build a legitimate threat that could end Mercedes Mone's dominant run as TBS Champion. I think it's going to take a while because they need to build somebody that is credible to take her place. She's been so dominant, and that's one of the issues, right? When you have somebody so dominant in the women's division, or in any division, to create someone who is credible enough to say, okay, this person will take away or will be able to beat them. In this case, we have yet to see that. Mercedes Mone is set to defend her title against another popular AEW star. Mercedes Mone is coming off one of the greatest matches in her AEW career, in her view. She defeated Kris Statlander at World's End to retain her TBS title, which also made history in her own right. The CEO is next set to defend her NJPW Strong Women's Championship against popular AEW star Mina Shirakawa. The match is slated to take place on January 5th at NJPW's Wrestle Dynasty, which is expected to be another stellar showdown. As for her reign as TBS Champion, there is some credibility in the words of both Tommy Dreamer and Thunder Rosa. So we will have to wait and see who steps up to the occasion and poses a legitimate threat to Mercedes Mone's run. Mercedes Mone, FK Sasha Banks, has found a new wrestling soulmate in AEW. Mercedes Mone, FK Sasha Banks, is one of the top stars in the professional wrestling industry. A prime reason for her rise to the top has been wrestling against top performers. Now, Mercedes has revealed a new partner in the ring that has made her love the art of in-ring action even more. In her newsletter, Mone Mag, the current AEW TBS champion, reflected on her title match against rising star Kris Statlander. The bout took place at AEW World's End pay-per-view and was highly praised by fans and critics alike. The CEO retained her title over the challenger, while also achieving a major milestone of her own. Mercedes Mone stated that Statlander pushed her to be better and bring her A-game to their wrestling match. Following their stellar showdown at World's End, Mone went on to call Kris her wrestling soulmate. The praise that followed was overwhelming. Fans and peers alike hailed our match as one of the greatest women's bouts of all time. In my heart, I knew that Kris had pushed me to be better, to think creatively, and to fight with everything I had. She's not just a formidable opponent, but I think I found another wrestling soulmate who challenges me to elevate my game, wrote Mone. Mercedes Mone hopes for another showdown with Kris Statlander. In the same newsletter, Mercedes Mone saw her match against Kris Statlander at AEW World's End as a celebration of resilience, passion, and the spirit of the professional wrestling business. In the end, Mone claimed that she wanted to put on another stellar and even bigger showdown with Statlander in the future. Reflecting on AEW World's End, I realized it was more than just a closing chapter for the year. It was a celebration of resilience, passion, and the unyielding spirit of professional wrestling. Kris, I can't wait to step into the ring with you again, and next time, when I'm 100%, the world will witness an even greater showdown. While it remains to be seen whether another match between Mone and Statlander will happen in AEW, the CEO has a new challenge ahead. She is set to defend the NJPW Strong Women's title against the popular Mina Shirakawa. The match is set to take place at NJPW Wrestle Dynasty on January 5th at the Tokyo Dome. With Mercedes Mone coming off a big win against Statlander, she would walk into the Dome with momentum to prove her dominance as a marquee name in the business. Who was Mercedes Mone, FK Sasha Banks, married to? relationship timeline, and more. Mercedes Mone, formerly known as Sasha Banks in WWE, has announced she's getting a divorce. The AEW star spoke candidly about the situation during a recent interview she posted on her official YouTube channel. The 32-year-old was married to Sasha Banks for 8 years, but they have now decided to part ways. Her soon-to-be former partner is a costume designer born in Springfield, Massachusetts, U.S. on June 9, 1983. He had a short in-ring wrestling career that started in 2002 under the moniker Kid Mikaz and held the CW Heavyweight Championship on one occasion. The 41-year-old appeared in WWE and signed a full-time agreement with the company in 2015. He headed to NXT, the company's developmental brand, but suffered a serious head injury that cut his in-ring career short. He'd initially made an appearance on WWE Raw in 2012. Sasha Banks became a costume designer following his head injury, working on designs for WWE. He's prepared gear for Mercedes Mone's best friend Bayley, Naomi, Seth Rollins, and most recently, The Bloodline. He can be found on Instagram under the user @IamAcase, with 98.4K followers. TMZ Sports reports that Mercedes Mone formally filed the divorce documents on Tuesday, July 31st. They married on August 4, 2016, after meeting on the independent circuit in 2010. They amicably separated for a period in late 2020, which they allegedly kept secret because of concerns over her booking in Vince McMahon-led WWE. Though we had such a great relationship, Mercedes Mone suggests her marriage ended on good terms. Mercedes Mone revealed she kept their relationship a secret during her time in WWE because of social media and how crazy online fans could hurt her. Their partnership became more public after their wedding. Mercedes Mone opened up about her divorce and the relief of finally getting the papers filed. She explained the influence Sasha had on her life and talked about him being a wonderful human being. She was happy they were parting on good terms. Tomorrow, finally, after a long time, I'll be finally signing my divorce papers. And I'm excited, happy, and for me, I'm just ready to be free of not being afraid. Sasha, my ex-husband now, we had such a great relationship. And he's such an amazing, incredible guy that I'm so thankful for. He's another person that changed and saved my life. She said the former WWE star is now focusing on her AEW career, where she's the reigning TBS Champion. Sasha is still working in WWE as a costume designer, and he also has a podcast he co-hosts named the #EsMaviaTherapy Podcast. The Sons of Texas split. Mercedes Mone suffers shock defeat. 5 potential AEW surprises for Wrestle Dynasty 2025. Several top AEW superstars are set to compete in marquee matchups at NJPW's upcoming Wrestle Dynasty event. The show will emanate from the Tokyo Dome on January 5, 2025, and will also feature stars from promotions such as AEW, ROHS,